Yeah, this is LSK on the harmonics tutorial. We're adding harmonics now to the vocal. We've gone through a series of things that we've been setting up in the previous tutorials. That's the compression, reverb, and delay. And now we're adding harmonics. That is one thing that I'll always advise you to be putting when you've got a singer, to just make your voice sound more fuller, occupy a bigger space, and have a very good, great performance. Oh, the things that I'm gonna show you, I'll show you using a delay and using just some of the effects that already create that harmonic. So we're gonna create an accent, an FX channel. I'm saying accent because I always mostly use Pro Tools. You know, the language there is different a little bit. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put use some of the effects that bring out the harmonics, and this is one of them, super tape. It's a delay, but with a different kind of settings from left to right. It will add that harmonic kind of a feel that you can't just put without adding such kind of a delay. I'll choose Vox Citer here, and then just push these further, and this is the main vocal, so I'll just switch off the direct vocal and remain with the sides. These are really panned full right, full left, so, and they've got this delay in between them, 8 and 16. It has got filters, but this is just a preset which is already there. I use this one. It just adds that kind of harmony to the vocal. So let's get to listen.
All these sufferings, all these pains. What is happening to me? Is it true that you are there?
That's really too much, but I just wanted you to just get to what the effect is doing. So I will now return it to a better place where I'd want it to be.
Oh God, don't know which way I should go. Torn between this here crossroad. Is it true that you are there?
This gets to add some warmth and width to the voice. It's a very good way of enhancing the voice. Let me just show you again in the same one. I'll just switch off this one and put another one. Right now I'm gonna use a dampler, and then the way it is, I'll just push this and remove the direct voice. So I'm gonna just switch in between the two.
Oh God, all these sufferings, all these pains. What is happening to me? Is it true that you are there? Oh God.
What this gets to do is to add another dimension in the environment that you are working on. It creates, I'd say, the third dimension, where the reverb creates a certain dimension, then you add the delay, it extends that, and then you add the harmonics where they bring in some of the a little bit of some artificial voices that are not there to just harmonize the vocal to sound as if there may be two or more, but you can just get one voice per se. This is what it does. So you can just play around with these effects. These are some of the examples that I can give that I use depending on the performance of the song. You can use a dampler or the Vox Citer here. That's a preset. And what this does is exactly when you just insert a stereo delay like this one, then you get to set something like this. Let me just say 65 there, because it's a very short delay, you can hardly hear it. It creates that dimension. And 45 here. Let me just put 100% mix. Let's get to hear it.
All these sufferings, all these pains, what is happening to me? Is it true that you are there? Oh God, don't know which way I should go.
Yeah, so you get to hear with different things you can create different kind of harmony to the voice. In short, what these others are, or what the delay is now doing here, you're trying to create some kind of phase effect, chorusing effect, or flanger effect to just widen up the music without per se using the flanger or the chorus. And you can add the chorus if in place of these three. That's if you're okay with the sound that the chorus can give you. But for this one, I'm gonna remove this one, and I'll go with a dampler to just finalize the voice.
All these sufferings, all these pains, what is happening to me? Is it true that you are there? Oh God, don't know which way I should go. Torn between this here crossroad. Is it true that you are there?
Yeah, and this one also, just make sure that it is very subtle. Don't overdo it. It will just bring in something that you wouldn't like at the end of the day. Just make it subtle, and it will just fit in the mix very nicely without doing much of stereo enhancement to the voice. You can just work it out like this. But if you were to go for stereo enhancement, you would just do the stereo enhancement after maybe you're done putting everything in place. Then you go to the main group and you put your enhancer where your vocal is being channeled somewhere here, where you can use any of the enhancers here. You can tell also the dampler is an enhancer here, and these enhancers, you can use this one. I love it for vocals. I reach it somewhere there. It really does a very good work. So far so good. We've got a perfect voice for
Sufferings, all these pains, what is happening to me?
Yeah, if you liked this series on how to treat a voice and how to set up some of the things that you have to work with as you are treating the voices, please you can subscribe and follow us on Facebook. That is Promedia Records, and on Twitter at Promedia Records. Give me that email. I would love to see what you can just do and send me over maybe some of the songs that you've done after watching the tutorials that have been posting lately. I'll really advise you maybe in one or two things, and the advice will be on point. It might be crashing at times, but it'll be honest advice, and I'll just tell you so that you can get to improve also on the on your mixes. Follow us. There's a number there. You can call me. For those who live within my locality, you can call me using that line and get in touch with me one-on-one kind of lessons. You'll be that great professional producer in future. Thank you so much.
You was going to heaven because I am. Let's go.
All these sufferings, all these pains, what is happening to me? Is it true that you are there? Oh God, don't know which way I should go. Torn between this hill across the road. Is it true that you are there? Oh God.
Take a look at where I'm coming from. In the 90s I was born to marry and up, yeah, I was gone. And it was cool till I noticed I saw the void that the other kids I felt. It so still my heart aches to the point where there was no smiles on